Congratulations on becoming a marketing distributor with Sendout Cards. I'm Lori Smith and I want to welcome you to the basic training. Hopefully by now you've received a copy of the BT book. If not, take a few minutes to click below and print off a PDF copy. I want to start by introducing you to Eagle Distributor and Master Trainer Jordan Adler.
Hi, we're going to be covering pages 2 through 4 in your basic training workbook. And if you look at page 2, it talks about plugging into your upline and support team. Now, this little lamp right here looks like a pretty good lamp, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, it's not lit up, but it's a good lamp. I guess if I take it and I plug it in, it lights up. It's a great lamp, but unless it's plugged in, it's really worthless. And you know what? It's kind of like that with our distributors. We've got some really, really great people in the business that don't make it in the business. And a lot of them don't make it because they're not plugged in. And so that's what really this is all about. So if you take a look at page 3, you as the sponsoring distributor, you have an opportunity to help your new distributor gather the information they need to be plugged in to their upline so that they have the resources to connect on an ongoing basis to assist them in getting their business going. So I highly recommend putting your key information on this and then also making sure that your new distributor has their upline information filled in here, including any other key contacts that are important to helping them build their business.
You'll notice there's an area on the left-hand side that talks about team activities. You're part of the team. You're part of the Sendout Cards team, but you're also part of a group that has a lot of desire to see you succeed, and they're going to have conference calls. They're going to have those kinds of things, and you want to put those phone numbers and PIN numbers down there so that you can plug into your team.
Now, when I got involved in network marketing, I had 3 reasons why I was building the business. I wanted a fax machine, I wanted a new suit, and I wanted a cell phone. And this was back when doctors and attorneys had cell phones. They were the only ones that had cell phones.
Your why may be as simple as I want to pay off all my debts. Or I want to, in my case, I was living out of state and I just wanted to get home to my family.
I do know this, that at times your business, it's going to get tough. It always does in any business. You're going to have times where you're going to struggle a little bit. And if you're not plugged in to the reasons why you're building the business, you'll probably have a tough time. So you always constantly want to be reminded. What I like to do is I make lists of things that I want to achieve and accomplish. It gives me something to look forward to. When you have those dreams and those goals out in front of you on an ongoing basis and you have something really compelling and exciting to look forward to, you're more likely going to be able to persist and continue when things get tough. And it also inspires you to get up every day and build the business. So there's 3 things. Number 1 is write down 3 things you would purchase today if money was no object. Set aside the objection or the apprehension or the doubt around money and just write down 3 things that you would like to achieve or accomplish in your business if money was no object. And then write down 2 things that you would do this year if money was no object. Maybe you'd take your family to Disneyland, or maybe you'd take a month off work and reorganize your house. Maybe that would inspire you. Or maybe you would do some type of a spiritual retreat. Whatever it is for you, write down 2 things you would do this year if money was no object. Maybe you want to remodel your home. And then the 3rd thing is write down a person or a charity you would give money to. A person or a charity that you would give money to if money were no object. What would you be giving your money to? And it's important to give back. So those are just 3 things. But what I would highly recommend is don't limit it to these 3 things. Don't limit it just to what's on this page. You might consider doing some type of a dream board. It's interesting because many, many years ago I started writing lists of the things that I wanted to achieve or accomplish in my business. And every year I achieve 2 or 3 more of those dreams. And some of them come to fruition as long as 10 or 20 or even 30 years later. I've got a couple of things that have recently happened that I wrote on my original list back in the 80s. To be able to sit down and have lunch with Tony Robbins was something that I wrote on my dream board over 20 years ago, wrote on my dream list over 20 years ago, and that just recently happened where I had an opportunity to have lunch with him. And so, think about what is it that you want to achieve or accomplish in your life, and set aside your doubts and your fears and just write what is it that you want to accomplish or achieve, and then on a daily basis focus on those things.
Now we've just heard the initial reasons why our top leaders joined Send-Out Cards and how those reasons why continue to change and grow. Now let's have some fun with your reasons why. Find some pictures that represent your why, write a couple paragraphs in a card, send it to yourself and also your sponsor. Now pages 5, 6, and 7 talk about being a product of the product, which is our red line training. We're not going to get into that right now because you can learn about that in the training center under the training videos. But what I do want you to notice is on page number 6, it talks about our twofold mission in Send-Out Cards. Number 1, to help people act on their promptings, and number 2, to provide a vehicle for financial freedom. But please remember that being a product of the product is crucial to our Send-Out Cards twofold mission. We'll see you in the next section.